Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brantley. We're gonna get into SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, season 1, episode 4. So it starts off with them showing the ladies, out and about, both groups out and about doing their thing and whatever in different places. We end up starting off with Taj and Coco at the gym working out. They ended up chit chatting about what happened last week at the meeting and stuff, and uh going over that, Coco said they almost let the I want to say the Bronx, either the Bronx or Brooklyn, whatever they from. They grew up in New York. They almost let that person come out and stuff. They almost let that person come out. Coco. Okay, almost let that person come out. They actually said both of them said that they actually have worked with the other girls groups, like In Vogue and TLC, and they never been treated the way they were treated by Escape. And Taj was like, they make so, and both of them groups outsell us, have outsold us. So yeah, they don't understand why things went the way it was. Taj was like, I hope these, we if the egos would just get out the way and all this stuff, we can move forward with this because this is. And Coco ain't, yeah. Coco said my ego ain't been in the way, not yet, but she's on standby. I said, "B," because she is. The other Coco is on standby. That '90s Coco, she's there. She waiting in the wings to go off on a bitch. Cause they ain't. I said, please, y'all ain't seen the ego. So y'all ain't seen the ego with SWV yet. They the ones with the class, cause they know what this about. So we move on from there. We move on to make sure. Okay, we move on to Lily. So Lily at home working on her erotica book. I want to think another book or whatever. She working on her erotica book. They SWV's manager come by to check on her, see how she doing and stuff, and chit chat. So she ended up reading a few pages, a few lines from one of the chapters she's working on. She's on the 10th chapter. She said it's not easy trying to write, about these type of books and stuff. When you're talking about EX, it's very hard, but she doing it because she need these other revenues. Because she ain't getting the same place she was in when the group broke up before. She loves SWV, and this is her bread and butter right here. But she got to do. She got to do. She got to have more income, more revenue streams coming in. So they ended up sitting down and talking about she ended up Lily ended up asking him how he doing, and he said he good. He went, just trying to get over the meeting we had last week and stuff. And yeah, and Lily was like, yeah, hopefully we can work it out, figure this out and move forward because this is a once in a lifetime. You don't get like a lot of female groups. I have not ever been to like a all female, the biggest female groups that has been around and actually went on a solid tour where just two of them or all of them, all together, co-headliner, where everybody is headliner, everybody getting paid the same. Because if it's fully packed, everybody gonna, you know, and all that stuff. It just hopefully they can get it all fixed and worked out. We moving on from there. We move on to okay, we move on to Taj and Tamika end up meeting up for lunch, end up chit chatting and everything because Taj, like the girls, SWV is finally back. You know, Coco and Todd are finally back in Atlanta. You know, so sit down, chit chat, catch up. Tamika asked about, how your son doing and stuff like that. She tell him about this is his last year. It's gonna be his last year of high school and stuff. So she trying to make sure she's there for the main parts because she don't want to miss out. And then they got down to business. Them two just wanted trying to brainstorm idea on the group's fashions, what they fashion taste, what they like, don't like, trying to figure out all of this stuff just in case that they do end up doing a show, or after the show that they do that night, in the next 2 months, it actually turns into a tour with the ladies. So, they going through that. They coming up with different ideas and stuff like that. Tamika said she wanted to be more, have her input in this more because, she usually don't put her input. She leave it up to other group members like Candy and Tamika. Candy and Latasha, I mean, she leave it up to her sister and Candy, who comes up with, the stuff for their tours and stuff like that. But this time around, she's stepping out and giving her opinion more. So, that's what they did. So we move on from there. We move on to okay, we move on to the ladies all meeting up at the ladies end up doing another meeting, but they meet up at Taj condo, at Taj place, to have a talk about, what's gonna happen or whatever. Before they got there, Taj had this so-called, she bought meat and cheese, but ain't had no crackers, but she had the wine. And Lily showed up. Lily tried it. Lily ended up spitting out what the ham or whatever. I think it was that Italian ham, Prostrato. I can't say the name right, but I think that's what it was. She didn't like it. I went, girl, that ham ain't that good either. It ain't never been. It got a unique taste, and you got to be used to having it. But moving on. So they did a little chit chat. Lily asked, like, so how do they feel about how they think the meeting gonna go? This meeting this time. And Coco said, I hope it go good because she want hug. Because if it goes sideways, they gonna get to see the Bronx come up out of me. Because I ain't on it this time. We gotta come to some agreement on what we gonna do. So everybody finally showed up. Tamika brought on the Xscape creator director, and she told them, since me and Taj had sat down, we was, bringing up ideas just in case, we move forward with this show and whatever. And so she said I brought, Xscape director so that we can get through to figure out what we're gonna do. And we had came up with how the stage should be and stuff. And as she was explaining that, Coco cut in. Coco went, well, girl, hold up. Before we get down to this, what are we doing? Is we doing co-headline or what? Because we moving forward, but we ain't getting out what we gonna do here. So when she said that, Lily was like, the idea and stuff, with the idea of the stage and stuff, it sounds like it's gonna be good. So she said, let's just make it a co-headline. So that's the best thing to do. And when she said that, so Coco said, okay, so Candy, what we doing? I said, bitch. I love me some Coco and some Lily, and I love me some Coco. Coco, hey, bitch, what it is, girl. It can't even. Well, so it was Latasha. Latasha said, well, Tasha went, let's just do this co-headline. So let's do go co-headline. And so, Tamika ain't say shit. Tiny ain't say shit. And big ass mouth Candy ain't say shit at all. It's like you got all that mouth any other time, Candy. So why y'all ain't speaking up now? Cause Latasha just said let's just go ahead and do it co-headline. Let's just do it. She just giving her say so. If y'all had a problem with it, it was Candy like in her confession. Say, hi, there go Latasha speaking for us. For the group. Bitch, you been speaking for the group. You spoke for the group in the last meeting. Saying y'all want to be top paid. So don't sit here and flip it and seem like if Latasha say that she just saying what she giving her opinion, like, and y'all didn't say yes, y'all didn't say no to the thing anyway, then so be it. But you got a fucking attitude. So, they move past that. So they doing co-headline. So, we move past that and stuff. So Tamika get down to showing her and the creative director end up showing on the computer the design of a I want LED screen that's gonna be up, big old screen that has both of the group's names on it. Showing it, displaying and everything as they on stage and stuff like that. And she was putting out more ideas and stuff like that. As she was talking about the stuff, like we had, she started talking about horseback ride, bringing the horses and stuff and all that stuff. And Tiny was like, I said, during that, Latasha was feeling a certain way about her sister. No, just putting out ideas and stuff. She felt a certain way because, any other time Xscape does, they did a flashback. Xscape does their own thing. She is one of the persons that come up with the tour thing and, all that stuff. And she felt a certain way about it because, already got personal issues, family issues. So she feeling like her sister is trying to exit her out. And I'm like, now, this part right now, Latasha, now you're bullshitting because your sister, you should be excited about your sister wanting to be more involved in Xscape because y'all are a business, all four of y'all. And her input does matter. And this is the idea. Y'all all got to agree on it. Xscape and SWV got to agree on it. So at the end of the day, it's an idea. That's all it is. So she feeling a certain way. So she feeling a certain way. She's smiling on the outside, but she feeling certain one on the inside. And you got Candy sink kind of felt it, and she's smiling and shit. I said, girl, you is a petty bitch. That's a petty bitch. Ugh, such a petty bitch. And she cracking up inside. Cause she know to her it's funny. Good to see Latasha have an issue with it. I said, girl, bye. So, as Tamika, continues, Latasha's on the phone and stuff and everything else, acting like she didn't want to, like she was over the thing, but, it's a meeting. So, Tiny was like, girl, that's corny and cute. I said, bitch. I said, Tiny, I can't stand you, hoe. And they continue to meet, and Tamika still pushing out ideas, and you got Lily like, girl. Oh, yeah, girl. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. I said, sarcasm, bitch. Lily, girl, stop. So, we ended there. We move on to, from there, they ended their meeting and everything. We move on to, who was it? Okay, so at the end of at the end of their meeting, they passed out, what all the ladies are gonna be doing and stuff. So they only have a short time frame of maybe 4 to 8 weeks, something like that. So we move on to seeing Candy in the studio, going through. She was playing SWV week and stuff, and trying to sing, not sing, trying to sing and stuff, sounding terrible as hell. Then you got Coco. She came with her. She got her son with her, Jay. Got him with her. She came in, greeted the engineer that Candy had there and stuff, and they talking about, what's the songs, some of the stuff as they were beginning to start conversation and everything. Latasha show up because it was supposed to be them three, Coco, Latasha, and Candy, coming up picking the songs for that night, the music for both groups, picking the music, Candy picking and Latasha picking music for their group, and Coco picking music for theirs. And so as they were all there, Latasha said hey to everybody and stuff, greet everybody, and whatever. As her and Coco started to chat about, the music and stuff like that, we got all of a sudden Candy attitude totally changed, and she on her phone all of a sudden during Latasha's and Candy and Coco talking, and they started picking certain songs. So it's a song that Xscape does that Latasha do not like, and I think it was one of their singles from either their second album or first album, one of them, that she does not like performing. And Candy asked her, like, is it a yes or no? And she said, I don't know. I don't know about it. I had to think about it. So Coco came in. Coco was like, so what's the deal? Have you thought about this? She want to have the music or whatever. What's the deal? She said she hasn't thought about any of the music or whatever. And she said, Coco asked why. She says because she has a lot of things going on right now. And when she did that, that pissed Candy off. So Candy, her fashion way, she do this every time. Every time she do this, like she can't cooperate and with the attitude and stuff. I said, girl, you had the attitude once the girl walked in the damn room. Like, you kind of overlook everything and put everything on Latasha. But girl, you have an attitude. Candy, you always have an attitude. Always. Naturally, attitude. You have an attitude every time this woman walks into the room. But you say she has the attitude. She's the one being bitchy. She the one that don't want to cooperate. Girl, bye. So, they continue, they trying to pick the music and stuff. And Coco said, like, we need to move this petty stuff aside and move forward. Shoot. Because Coco was over it. Coco was like, shoot, I felt like me and my son shouldn't have been there. I felt like I was in a room with mom and dad. I said, bitch. Because the attitudes are thick. Like, we know, Candy, you don't like her. And I said, you have never liked it, Latasha. So the day you met her. So don't sit here and act all like blah, blah, blah. It's her. It's always her. It's her. And it's not. It's both of y'all. It's the whole damn group, to be honest. Y'all all getting on my last nerves. Xscape is drama for nothing. And I can tell what y'all went through. I can tell what Jermaine Dupri and the Brad, because the Brad always around, went through seeing y'all. Damn. So moving on from there, we move on to hold up. Okay, we move on to Taj and Tamika. They end up going to see the Xscape creator, director. The place they pulled up to looked like a church from the outside, but when you got in the inside, it wasn't a church at all. But it was a church outside. I'm like, okay. So they go in. He shows them the how the stage and everything is going to be. As he's showing them on the screen and stuff, telling them this, that, and third, how it's gonna be, how the groups gonna each get to come out and say hello, welcome to fans 101 before it goes into their, I want to say, the gather type of stage. So he going through that, telling them all that. At this time, you got both of Latasha and you got Taj and Taj and Tamika, both pulling out deals. Tamika saying where the horses gonna come through. He said you're not having horses. He said no, no horses because there could be horses on the screen, but there's not gonna be no horses. Then they want rain. Taj want the rain because she want to be wet. Do it rain on me. So they showing on the screen, production showing how the price going up. It's going up past almost. It's gonna be a lot of money, but so they're gonna come up with something. But I said they already said no horses and all that stuff, but they still going on and just brainstorming. So we move on from there. We move on to Okay, we move on to Candy. So Candy goes to one of her restaurants, Blaze. She goes there to meet up with her worker, aka general manager, who I can't stand. I can't stand her or anybody that works for her. I can't stand Candy and her crew at all. So she meets up with the fool who worked for her. And gives him the lowdown of she's stressed and stuff like that with the Xscape and SWV stuff and how Latasha is not cooperating and stuff and telling him, Latasha this, Latasha that. And I'm like, yeah. Fast forward because I said I fast forward past. He gave his 2 cents about it, and I'm like, why is you even talking to him about your business deal? That has nothing to do with him. You could have said talking to your husband, fine, but talking to him, what's the point? So he gave his 2 cents that I really didn't care for, and who gives a damn about, telling him about, Latasha maybe getting a solo deal, and that's the problem. It's like, bitch, it doesn't matter what the problem is. It doesn't matter if this woman was getting a solo deal or not. Candy gonna have a problem with her, period, and blame everything on her, period. That is plain to see, and I'm over it. So I fast forward through it because I didn't give a damn after this. So we move on to Coco, Taj, and Coco Sanjay. So they go shopping and stuff. He trying to help them get their outfits together. And stuff. So Coco ended up, she took this time because she wanted to get his Aunt Taj to talk to him about the school and stuff. So she Coco tell Taj about him not wanting to go to school. He want to focus on the music. So Taj was like, I thought you wanted to be a dentist. You want to do the dentist and stuff. He said, I haven't been feeling have been feeling being a dentist for a while now. He said because going to therapy has helped him. Not only she did therapy I went to therapy for other things. And Coco ended up telling that in her confession that he goes to therapy. He's been going to therapy for depression, and says she knows what depression looks like and how it starts and stuff. She has pulled him closer to her and keeps an eye on him more. And I can understand that, because depression is very, very, very hectic and very all over the place. So I understand that. And, so he says, going to therapy has helped me out in a lot of aspects of my life so far. And he said, I feel like that school is not for me at this time. Or period. He's not sure. He kind of just pushed it completely out. But his Aunt Taj told him, she told him, like, she said, she went, you got an amazing voice. She went, that's gonna always be there. She went, you can do both at the same time. You can go to school and have your music career. She went, you need something to fall back on, because I went to school before Xscape took off. Excuse me, for Xscape, for Xscape, excuse me, SWV took off. She said, I actually was in college and I ended up dropping out because my music career, it took off. And she went, I do regret that I didn't finish college, because at that time when your career's up there, things going, it can't stop at one point. It can't stop at any time. And you need something to fall back on. So Coco White, like Megan Thee Stallion did it. He white, I ain't Megan Thee Stallion. I said they a mess. So, Tosh gave him some advice and stuff like that. She said, don't give up. She went, just for now, just put it on the top, on the shelf for now. So, because, maybe don't push it all the way out there, because maybe, you don't know right now what you may know you want to do music right now, but you may come to a point where you may want to go back to school. So just leave it open. And Coco Way, I should have been did this. I should have been got Aunt Taj. I should have been got Taj, then called her to come over. Because I think that's what she was trying to say to him. But as a mom, if you very straightforward in how you think, it's not gonna work. Because your children, if they stubborn, they stubborn. So, after that he agreed. He said he'll keep it on back burner for now, on the shelf, if he plans on going back. And I said, I do hope that he does go back to school. I don't know what he'll go to school for, whatever that may be. But I hope you go just to make sure that you do have a backup plan. Because singing you can make it. I say you can make it. Jay, you can make it. But it really does help. I say, even if you don't like school, I can tell you now, I didn't like school, but I went and got multiple degrees. But it's just in case, you never know. But moving on from there, we move on to okay, we move on to Xscape. So Xscape is doing rehearsal, and Latasha's not there at rehearsal. So you got Candy as in Tamika, where Latasha, she like, I haven't spoke to her, and I don't know if she gonna come or not. She may not. Who knows? So as they are rehearsing, they switched over to Latasha. Latasha is at home with her loser ass husband, getting ready to sign her Motown Gospel offered her a deal, a solo deal. So she's getting ready to sign. The deal also includes that she will own her masters. And she said in her confession that this is the first time, because they don't own their masters. The Xscape group don't own their masters. They don't. So, they perform and everything, even though they wrote on the songs, wrote and stuff, they still get penny on the dollar. They still make pennies, even for, So she was excited about that. The husband is excited. I forget, he said something about called him some type of manager. Hojo manager? Was it Hojo? Something stupid. And I'm like, during that whole time, I'm like, you need a new manager. Like, you need a new manager, and you need to divorce him. He's not worth it. I'm sorry to say it. I don't care about no mistress or nothing else. That man is not good for you. Period. That's just how I feel. So we move back to Xscape. Xscape is at still at rehearsal. They singing or whatever, do whopping. Tamika has to sing her sister, do her sister's verses and stuff, just in case the sister don't come. She says it's a little hard, but she thinks she's doing a good job. I said, you doing okay, girl. You doing okay. You doing okay. You doing way better than Candy, but girl, you doing good. You do good. So, as that, they finish up rehearsal. They role manager, she comes and they trying to figure out if the role manager like she's not coming to today's her rehearsal, but she will be at the show that y'all have. And y'all gonna have to do a mic check for her. So Candy is pissed. Candy is the only one that's really pissed because Tamika and Tiny, they like, okay, Tiny laughing like a bug. So Candy, why we got Candy? She can't even show up to this. She ain't gonna even be for my check. For my check. And we don't even know if she gonna show up. It's like you going off on this, and so Tiny White and we gotta sit here and wait for her and what she need to do. Like Tiny White say what you say. Tiny said, so what you want to do? Tiny said, so what's on your mind? What it is? Tiny trying to keep herself from laughing. I said, Tiny is the best. She ain't phased about no shit. She just cracking up. Candy, she treat us like she Gladys Knight and we the Pips. And you got Tiny cracking up. Tiny went, I said, and you got Tamika I usually the old me would usually say something, defending my sister, but the new me is not gonna do it. Cause Candy is right. My sister is wrong. And I'm like, bitch, you sound dumb as hell. Cause ain't no way in hell no bitch gonna talk about my motherfucking sister. No bitch. I don't care, bitch. What you like, bitch, zip that yap of yours. Because who cares? Long as she show up for the motherfucking show, I can give a damn about her being. She don't show up for check my aunt, but the girl get out there. That girl can sing. At the end of the day, the girl can sing. Let's be real. She can sing. Your ass can't. Not a dime. Not a note. So it don't matter. So they finished that up. Candy with her bullshit. And so whatever. We switched back to Tamika at home. She finally signed the contract for her solo deal. Oh, also the husband. What really pissed me off about him, it's between him and Candy, they were a mess. He gonna ask Latasha, so what about Xscape? What you gonna? It's like, what you mean? Because at the end of the day, that's her bread and butter. I said, Xscape, she's in a business. That's her business. I said, and you're not a good. I said, that's right there. That proved to me that you ain't a motherfucking manager. You a weak ass. Nothing. Because you asking about what gonna happen with Xscape. What you mean? What gonna happen? If you was her real manager, girl, you got 2 jobs to do. You gonna be doing this. What it was gonna be, bitch. You got 2 jobs to do. You got a solo career and you got an Xscape career. You gonna do both. You need that money. Period. Because that man ain't got no motherfucking job. To be honest, he ain't got no motherfucking job. But she gonna do what she gonna do. She's saying, it's about me now. I'm like, girl, you can have the solo career. You can do both. But you neglecting rehearsal and stuff? No. That you don't do. You should have showed up for rehearsal. At least that. You should have showed up for rehearsal. You should have showed up to the venue where y'all gonna be at y'all show to do mic check. That's the 1-2 things you should have showed up to. I'm just saying. I don't care what Candy say. I don't care how Candy feel. But you should have showed up to at least both of them. Or at least one. But you gonna do what you gonna do because, girl, you can sing. So you gonna be on par. But that's all that happened. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on all social medias. It's your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll get back at y'all later.